are we just supposed to take it? Pause.
Dude, why are we kicking a field goal down 8 from the 9-yard line?
Hopefully I'm very drunk and Ole Miss wins and everyone goes bananas. Welcome back to another episode of the Will Be Seein pod. Dave is back in the chairs because Trent is still in the Galapagos. Assuming running from Bookit.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure.
We back. Going completely Casper. And speaking of Casper, why were the Bucks plus 5.5 on Monday night, and why did Baker and this Bucks team that was supposed to be sharp disappear on primetime?
Fake sharp. 100% fake sharp.
Yeah. Now I think about 5.5. That's not even a touchdown.
Like, what are we doing?
I was smoked.
And why was I so confident? I was like, dude, the
The thing about
Bucks?
the Bucks, they just have zero run game.
Yeah,
Zero run game.
they
Like,
don't.
it's bad.
They
Like,
don't. They don't. But also the Bucks didn't start out that bad. I think the first 2 drives, he had 2 balls. Pause. That
Yeah, see, he'd just be saying this shit,
no, well, okay, I'm
dude.
talking about the football, obviously. That
For those of you that don't know, Dave
Right.
sus as
Two
fuck.
throws.
Two throws. I can't even use jargon, man. It's crazy. But he was placing the football where it's supposed to be. Mike Evans had a couple like just ridiculous, like they're supposed to be catches, but dropped it. But no, Baker's just not him.
But they're junk. Like, the defense sucked.
Yeah.
I still don't think the Eagles are that good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Jalen Hurts doesn't look impressive when they win these games.
no, besides, like, 2, like, deep balls that he threw.
That's crazy.
The
We're
2
going
deep
off the
balls
rails.
that he threw, he just wasn't impressive to me at all. But I said that a couple weeks ago on the pod. And it's just like, I
Okay.
just don't think we're seeing the same Eagles team.
This is what annoys me
Okay.
when you guys say that Jalen, and I'm not even an Eagles fan, but I'll defend him for a second.
This annoys Chelly, just so you guys
He
know.
doesn't have to do anything crazy. He just has to kind of be that Brock Purdy that's not going to minimize the mistakes, let your defense do their job.
But he makes mistakes. He
Chew the
still
clock.
threw 2 picks against the Tampa Bay
I
Buccaneers.
mean, yeah, one of them was a fucking arm punt.
And if DeAndre Swift isn't rushing for like 200 yards a game, like, they're not moving the ball.
You know, the Eagles O-line needs more credit than they get.
Dude, without them, I really think Jalen Hurts would
Crazy.
look hard.
But I feel like
Without
we say
McCaffrey,
that, to your point, we say that last year too, right? Like, because at the start, I mean, that's how I feel that about Hurts right now. Like, I agree with you guys. There's questions about Hurts, but the way that Eagles team is built, he may not have to be like.
No, it's perfect for him. But
Yeah,
he gets like
crazy.
4 seconds in the pocket.
does.
No
He
one
just
else gets
stands
4
there.
seconds in the pocket.
Crazy.
And no one's also calling Brock Purdy immaculate. Everyone knows that that's the
I've
situation.
heard a lot of people calling Brock Purdy immaculate.
I would love to.
A lot of
That's
people
crazy.
say that is Brock Purdy ever going to lose a football game?
Yeah, but that's because the system he's in is
Yeah, it's
perfect.
perfect.
Perfect for Jalen too.
Yeah, well now we're realizing that it's the system. Like the way the Eagles got to Super Bowl last year. Like Jalen Hurts isn't as immaculate as I think we thought. He's a good quarterback, I think.
That play that they run on the 1-yard line where they just like
the
everyone
Philly
gets behind them
special?
and push.
Yeah,
The
so
Philly special.
body.
No,
dude.
the push,
Is
the
that not
Philly,
it?
the Phil specials.
Oh no,
what
the
they
Philly
run
special is
with-
the quarterback.
Yeah,
runs
with
that,
Nick
That's
Foles.
right, yeah.
The quarterback sneak, that's bullshit. Like, I hate. I
You
mean,
can't defend that.
yeah, you can, but like,
See, I was going to ask you as someone who used to play, question 1, how do you stop that? And question B, if there's no way to stop it, what's next for this play? Do we ban it? Do we move on from it? Or do we
I don't know
just-
how the NFL is gonna go about banning it, right? Because
illegal formation.
it wouldn't be illegal formation because you have like, there's 2 people in the backfield, right? If you make 2 people in the backfield illegal, that means like 2 running backs also have to be illegal. Like, there's no technical way for you to ban this play unless like you literally like draw it up. It's like, oh, when there's induced, which is like means that they have 2 tight ends and they also have 3 people in the backfield, they can quarterback sneak it. Also, to stop this play, you need to allow the lineman to dive. And you can't do that right now. Like, it's literally illegal. Like, if the DT and everybody out there, like, dive as soon as the ball is snapped, that's a flag on them, which is a free fucking, 10 yards.
Yeah.
As a lineman, I love it because it's, like, obviously it's a free play for the offense. But, like, watching it, it's, like, it's not fair. And that's why, like, players bitch about it because it's, like, are we just supposed to take it? Pause. But that's basically it.
And the Eagles are basically playing 4-down possessions because they
Crazy.
know if they get to the 1 or 2, it's an auto first down.
Easy.
So it's like the only team in football where you literally have 4 downs
Easy.
to get a first.
Yeah. And they have the
Not
O-line
3.
for it. It's just, yeah, it's tough.
Speaking of tough, the Bengals are in a tough spot. because I think they're junk.
They should have covered.
Like
The
T.
Rams-
Higgins is horrible.
Rams are so selfish for that touchdown. Can you just talk about that? Very selfish.
Yeah, like that
So
was
selfish with a minute left. I was like, come on.
Dude, they did it last week. They kicked the field goal to cover.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's not
dude.
forget these
is
Rams might
true.
know the spread.
Dude, Sean
The
McVay
Penn
knows
State of the
spread, dude.
NFL.
Sean McVay's gonna keep his job because he knows the spread, and people are gonna be like,
Have they
"Dude, I'm
covered
good on
every
that."
week?
This one was a push.
I don't know if they
but yeah.
covered week one.
They
Yeah.
pushed this week.
Holy
They
shit,
won
dude!
week
The
one,
Rams have
yeah.
covered every week.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it just needs to be said. I'm not smart, and I'm gonna come on this podcast every week and overreact. But like T. Higgins shouldn't have a job. On Monday night,
Come on, man.
he got targeted what, like 1,000 times and dropped
had-
the ball a
he had
million.
2 touchdowns the week before this last.
Yeah, but then when I need him in prime time
When I need
Oh,
him.
when
When
you
I put
need
money
him.
on him.
I was gonna say when I need him in my
To
prospect
cover.
century.
to cover, and he's dropping balls left and right. Like, at what point do you stop going to him? Like when he's dropped 3 in a row and Jamar Chase has 400 yards. Like at what point are you like,
No, you don't. You
maybe I
have to-
don't throw it even if
you-
he's open.
You have to feed him. You have to feed him. I would love for the Bengals to drop T. Higgins
What?
so the Patriots can sign
Oh,
him.
yeah. But Kendrick.
That's
Kendrick
what I
was
would
the
love.
Mac
one.
Jones
I
would do
will
great
love-
with another guy that can't catch the rock.
Relax. He gets on that Patriots team and he's clearly our one. He's way
He just needs
better.
that Belichick.
Bro, great. And Belichick's going to fix those dropping problems. I bet you that.
So
Yeah, because he fixed it with Devontae
as you
Parker
guys know,
and
Kadarius
Kendrick
Toney
Bourne.
had like one of the worst single games for a wide receiver week 1. He still got in his next game against the Jags in week 2, 5 targets, 5 receptions.
Mm-hmm.
So he went back to him because he went to him 5 times in the first game and he only caught 1 ball for 1 yard. In the second game, he went to him 5 times. He caught all 5. And then last game, went to him 1 time. He targeted him once.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I just think you come out and you throw T the first 4 balls. And if he drops them, maybe sit him a little.
I don't know where
what you do.
I don't know where you're going with
T Higgins
this.
is good, bro.
No,
Like,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, obviously he's good.
You have
It's
to
just
feed him.
upsetting when I'm betting on the Bengals and like this second best wide receiver is dropping balls
Yeah,
left and right.
that's so fair.
But Chase was.
But
eating
Jamar
it.
is eating. Like that's my point.
Crazy.
At what point in the game plan do you go, you know what? Maybe we just give him the ball every time.
Yeah, no, but like also you can't also because they double him, right, and like he does eat in double like against double teams, but like you don't want to risk it because like you know that T is just a matter of time until T figures out. It's like the same shit with your Longhorns, right, and Wardy. Wardy drops his shit, but you got to feed
You
him.
gotta trust
You
him.
got to trust that eventually he figures it out. And they're so great, like obviously they're amazing athletes that they're gonna make up for it.
Dude,
Which sucks for you. 'cause
Maybe
you bet on
losing
them.
Hayden Hurst was big for the Bengals. Who's going to talk about it?
That's
Might have been. And CJ Uzuma. They lost
Yeah.
both guys.
Yeah, they
right?
did.
Or was CJ 2 years ago? We just got CJ.
Yeah, y'all got.
And he dyed his hair green and then doesn't fucking touch
Maybe-
the field. I don't know what his bid is.
I don't remember when he left.
Shout out
but
CJ though, you're a Jet. But if you're a Bengals fan, like what is your vibe right now? I'm worried.
You're definitely a little worried.
Joe looks banged up.
Yeah, I think you're thinking Joe's still hurt, and they're just making him play through it. Which is that the truth? I have no idea. But
I think he
Dude,
looked,
don't start.
I
he
think
doesn't
he-
look like the same
I think he
player.
looked fine. Like,
But he's on the thing. He's got the fucking brace on his calf. Like some, like it. He's not playing 100%.
I feel
don't know
like
about
he might not be fully like healthy, but I don't think he's hurt enough for it to matter. I also think it's not okay, but like it's okay when like great players don't have like like I don't think Joe Burrow.
week
If
3.
Joe Burrow comes out right and he's like throwing for like what 4,000 yards and he has like 16 interceptions, not the best of things, but it's not the worst of things, right? And there's also a team that the last 3 years we've seen them start incredibly slow. And then by like week 10 through like the end of the season, they pick
Yeah.
it up.
here's what I'll say. Watch what he does to the Titans this weekend, and then we can come back on the pod and talk about Joe Burrow.
yeah, he should eat.
Because
them.
he played 3 really, I would argue, really good secondaries: Browns, Ravens, and Rams. Like all
That
3
is
of
true.
them
That
did.
they've only played really decent teams.
Yeah,
So,
so he's gonna play in the next 3 games. He's gonna play the Titans, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks. And then they
Cardinals
have the-
not a walk in the park. Hall of Famer.
I
Josh Allen.
100% agree, but that secondary
Cardinals?
is
Super Bowl win?
Swiss. Like Jamar Chase might have 5 touchdowns in the next 3 games, or
Like,
more.
If you're a Rams fan, hang him up.
If you're a
at least
Ravens,
you got at least you got your ring.
If you're a Bucks fan, move on. If you're an Eagles fan, you got blessed with another easy schedule. It feels like this year after last year.
what if you're a Jets fan, Mikey?
It's a great question. I guess pulse check on the Jets. The locker room is about to explode because apparently the team is upset that Robert Saleh is a Zach Wilson apologist and is going out in the media and refusing to be like, maybe Zach is making a couple mistakes, basically not saying that Zach is losing his ball games, but I feel like we're in such an odd position. A team that before the season started basically was supposed to be on a Super Bowl run with a Hall of Fame quarterback, with the defense that that is who everyone thought they were. Now has to go with the backup that is still not developed after fucking 17 years in the NFL. Number 2 overall pick. We're just in a weird position where this happened last year where we lost the locker room.
Yeah.
Because Zach Wilson was fucking around and he went in after one of the games and was like, do you think it's your fault, when he literally had like 2 completions and he was like, no. And the defense held him to like 8 points.
Yeah.
I think it was literally against Patriots too.
Yeah, it was.
But I just feel like we're in a spot that no team should be in. I think the only solution is trading for Kirk Cousins. He's got 1 year left on his deal. You trade for Kirk, you make your run, and then you bring Aaron back next year and you just see what happens, because Trevor Simeon's not going to get the job done. Tim Boyle's not going to get the job done. Zach Wilson for sure not going to get the job done. And if this locker room explodes, I can't go through a season like this. Dude.
I have an idea. Jameis Winston's going to start this week. If he looks good, and even remotely good, and wins this ball game, because Derek Carr's out 1 week, it looks like, you guys pick up Jameis.
But Kirk is in the perfect spot where he has 1 year left, so we don't have to re-sign him.
I think Kirk's a Viking. I don't think.
But they're 0-3. They're hanging him up. If you're a Vikings fan, they're hanging him up.
It's that defense, so that defense
Kirk is
Swiss.
putting up yards. I just feel like it's just tough for the Jets. Like, what is Salah supposed to say? We lost because Zach sucks. Move on. He can't say that.
Right.
But I think you could be like, our defense played great. Zach needs to be better. But being like, Zach gives us the best chance to win, like Zach is still trying to figure it out. At some point when the defense is holding teams to 13, 15 points and being on the field all game, you have to be like, we're looking to make a change.
He can't say that.
It's just like, how much rope do you give him?
It changed to who? Like, you see, like that's what I struggle with. If he says we need to make a change, right, then you guys start expecting a change. Who's gonna be better than Zach on that team right now?
I'll tell you, it's not. It's Colin Kaepernick. It's not Colin Kaepernick. I'll tell you what, dude. That letter was cute, but just hang him up.
That's great.
He needs to actually.
Yeah, no, he's
Like,
not.
actually,
He's
no.
not. He's for sure doing that for Mark, but there's no way after fucking 7 years.
How does he make money?
That's a very.
He
No,
got paid.
He got paid by the NFL. They settled. Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
true.
Undisclosed amount. How much you think he got paid?
50 mil plus.
It was undisclosed,
For them to undisclose, it feels like it'd be a lot.
but it was crazy. It's a
Gotta be
crazy
at
number.
least like 20 mil
Bro,
for
it's
them
a
not to
Yeah.
say.
Easy
it's
for
crazy,
for them for Goodell to sign on that piece of paper. It was a
Wait.
crazy number.
It was just to like, what was the money for?
I don't really want to get into the whole
Oh, yeah, we don't have to,
situation.
but-
Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't even hate Carson Wentz or something. Just give me someone that, like, with experience. That all I want to be is,
Don't want to.
I don't know, man. I'm moving on.
I
As
just
Jets
want to
fans,
win.
I'm moving
You
on.
just want to win.
No, I'm
bro.
moving on. As Jets fans, I'm moving on.
wanna
Like,
when I
I'm
saw
moving on.
Zach sack himself, I was like, oh no.
He sacked
He
himself.
sacked himself.
That
he
was
just fell down.
insane.
Yeah. I was
He
like,
spun and fell.
yeah.
Like,
It's
just
bad.
didn't spin and, like, lose his foot. Like, he spun and then just sat down. And the defender was like,
Zach plays with like you can tell he has no confidence. And to me, that's why that's why Salah is doing what he's doing. Because when you already have a quarterback that, like, every time he steps out there, he knows nobody
Believes him.
wants him there. Nobody. They didn't want me there before. They brought Aaron Rodgers so I could learn. That's like, fuck, I have to play nobody. Like, Salah can't go out there and be like, yo, on top of all that, you fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? Like what is he supposed
No,
to,
he's
like?
gotta be a coach.
Yeah, like, I
He's
feel
gotta
like
be a
Salah, and I like Salah. I think Salah's a hell of a coach. I just think Salah is put in a position where there's no way for him to win.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as a Jets fan, I'm just moving on. Like, I know the season's going to end in utter disaster because we're going to start Zach next week, first half. Fuck shit's going to happen. Tim Boyle's going to come in. Tim Boyle's going to bot. Then it's going to be Trevor Simeon. Like, I'm moving on. As a Jets fan, I'm moving on.
Trevor Simeon.
I'm moving on.
I do
As
feel
a
bad
Jets
for you though, because it was such an exciting season, and it just ended in 4 snaps. It felt like it's pretty
Four
crazy.
snaps
Dude.
and his Achilles imploded.
The fluke is fucking hit. He wasn't even like a hard hit. He was supposed to. It's a quick out.
Yeah.
It was a quick out, and
It's
he
just a
held
freak
it.
accident.
He
kind of
held it
thing.
because he saw something.
Dude, and it started so well with the flag running out on 9/11.
That was
man.
so sick.
The whole stadium just
Yeah.
fucking green.
Like I was
so pumped to watch that game.
That was hard.
I got chills, man.
I don't even want to talk about
No.
it.
You heard when I saw you walk
Snoop
out.
Dogg intro.
That Snoop Dogg. man.
Snoop Dogg.
Dude, Snoop Dogg
The
intro.
Snoop Dogg intro was cool.
Aaron runs out with the American flag on 9/11. Like you just 4 snaps, Achilles literally dust.
Yeah.
Pull check on the Raiders.
Dude, why are we kicking a field goal down 8 from the 9-yard line? 4th and 4, we kick a field goal. And we were talking about it a little bit earlier, but I'm a numbers guy, but
That's so disrespectful.
yeah, the laugh.
Hey,
Damn.
that's crazy.
When it
You're
comes
not a
That's
numbers
crazy.
guy.
comes to
You
like
literally
that's
sit on the stream and
crazy.
you go, guys,
13 plus 2.
how do we not know that TJ Watt is a sack away from breaking a record on his birthday?
No, okay.
Like that's the information I need. And then you're gonna be
Okay,
like, oh,
I
listen,
need
I'm
to
a numbers
all right,
guy.
let me rephrase.
In what way are you a numbers?
When it comes to like going for it on 4th down and 2-point conversions, and they're like, well, the numbers say 58% of, if you go here, you have a 50% 8, whatever. Okay, maybe I'm not a number.
You have a 5.8.
Just
I'm
pure
just saying,
bullshit.
when the
58%.
numbers are in our favor for like, if you go for 2 here, you have a more likely chance to win the ball game. Do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, what's the coach for the Chargers?
Stanley.
Yep.
He always goes for it on 4th down, and
Yeah.
like sometimes that's not good.
He might lose his job.
He shouldn't have.
He might be losing his job.
Most of the time,
He
it's
like
not
shouldn't
good.
have a job.
No.
Most of the time, it's not good. Like you can't recall a time that he made that decision and it being a good decision.
If the Vikings
like
weren't complete
when?
dog water, they would have
Anytime
just
they go-
lost the game because he went for it on 4th down. Because
Easy. They should have lost that game.
Yeah.
Like they actually.
Yeah,
that
you
was
gotta
crazy.
Kirk threw a pick
Yeah,
in the end
it's
zone.
never. Let me not say it's never a good decision. It's more often not the good decision. Like it's insane, but like the game isn't actually played.
It's also
like,
one of those where you like remember them not converting the 4th more than you do when Herbert walks up and sneaks it over, and that's a 1st and 10.
No, but he doesn't though. Like if you watch the Chargers, he doesn't.
No,
That's
they
my issue with
always
Staley.
bought it. They're
They
always like, the
don't.
analytics on Amazon say they should go for it. And the Chargers are like,
Exactly.
oh, we're going for it.
Nothing happened.
He's
And
like,
I'm on my
I know
own
that.
38-yard line.
And they blow it.
they blow
Yeah,
it.
I mean, though, yeah, going for all right, whatever. But different situation for the Raiders. I've seen a couple fans on Twitter say that they're hanging them up from watching the Raiders after 25 years. Like it's bad.
40 years. The guy wrote the
I
letter.
think he was 30. He was born in 1984, and he's been a Raiders fan for like I think he said 24 years. Or no, that's me.
I was like, yeah.
30.
Numbers guy, huh?
He said he's been a fan for 30.
If it's 40 years.
No, it's 30. It's 30.
You need to admit that you're not a numbers
If
guy.
it's 30 years though, I remember because I was like, yeah, I can relate, kind of. But he's like, yeah, I've been a fan for 30 years. My mental health is in shambles because of this team. Like, I'm gonna have to stop watching them. And he's being completely
30
serious.
years.
So, as a Raiders fan, pulse check. If you're watching this, I love you guys. We've been through everything together. We've been through hell and back with this team. Man,
When did y'all come back?
Literally.
I was going to say, when was
we
the
were in
back?
the playoffs.
Come back.
We were in the playoffs. We
Yeah.
lost to Joe Shiesty, and that was really, really tough.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Joe Shiesty clearly crossed the line of scrimmage. I don't want to get into it right now, but yeah, no, guys, move on. If you're a
As
Raiders
a
fan,
Raiders
if you're
fan,
a
hang 'em
Jets
up.
fan,
Everyone's hanging him up.
Raiders.
Falcons
It's like that
fans
meme. Hold on, it's like that meme of the Raiders and the Jets, and they're like shaking hands, and it's like fans. It's like moving on.
is hang him up.
It's like in the middle, it just says moving on. What about your Falcons, though? What do you think
Falcons
so far? I
fans.
mean,
We're just
New Falcon fan.
we're a quarterback away. We're a quarterback
From
away.
what?
I know
From being
Desmond Ritter. Just to like, they have a decent team, right? The defense, not the greatest thing in the whole world, but you gotta have a quarterback that can throw at least, you know. And Desmond Ritter, like he has a lot of heart, but I just don't see him being that guy. And so I'd be very surprised if they don't try to pick up a quarterback in the draft.
honestly,
Quinn
dude,
Ewers,
throw Young Hoku at quarterback.
see what he got, man.
Fun fact, Warren, the GM that drafted Justin Fields is now at the Falcons.
Well, that makes
And
sense.
they have like half the ex-Bears players that were dog shit. But I would
There you
not
go.
be surprised if Justin Fields, like, if he wasn't on the Bears next year, and he's from Georgia.
Wouldn't mind that.
You know what? This is
You know-
super rare W take. with Josh and Justin Fields. I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
I would much rather
Josh
draft a
WJ
quarterback
trigger.
because I don't know. Justin Fields. It's just like he's had the time to kind of prove himself. Maybe it is the play calling. Maybe he's just not happy there.
Horrible
Who really knows?
situation. He's in a
But
bad
you can't be thrown to the back of helmets. That's not going to change with what team you're on. You know what I mean? So I hope we pick up Quinn Ewers because Bijan Quinn. Come on, baby.
I don't know. Are you guys giving up? Like I know Josh could probably talk about this for hours, but this is kind of more a question for us four. Sorry, Josh, because I know you're like gonna bite this question. You guys giving up on Justin Fields? I guess let's do. If you're a Bears fan, are you giving up on Justin Fields, or are you know?
Dude, if you're a Bears fan, I think you're sitting there going, we have such a young team that we might as well just blow this whole thing up.
No.
There's not a single light at the end of the tunnel right now for Bears fans. Justin Fields clearly unhappy. The DC Clue is doing something fucking around that the HR to get involved. He's gone. Like, I've never seen a season start and get blown up so quickly. There's no one on the defense other than Tremaine Edmonds that maybe you go, he's really good. There's no one on the offense, even DJ Moore included, that you go, he's really good.
DJ Moore might not be that guy.
I mean, he's probably that guy, but when you have an offense where they don't get him the ball and you don't have a quarterback that can throw the ball, he's not that guy.
Yeah. You lost Dave Montgomery last year. You brought in Roshan Johnson.
He's a
and
dog.
I like Roshan Johnson.
But again, like, your best running back option is now a rookie running back that, like, by all accounts, going into the draft, wasn't a guy that you'd be like, he's got to be the mainstay at a franchise.
Yeah, it's just because you're behind Bijan.
Yeah,
Maybe
like-
a running back one at any other school, pretty
but,
much.
like, I
But
mean,
there's no, like, as a Bears
Yeah.
fan, the
It's
season
tough.
is over. As a Bears fan, the season, like, you obviously give Justin another couple games to be like, do we have a guy? I think that's all they want to know.
You know, real quick, I'll speak for Trent. Did you know Justin Fields, he finished with 99 passing yards last week. He's still on pace to smack his passing yards for the season long.
That is insane.
Did you know that?
I know.
Trent got it at 2,900 yards, and he's projected 2,981 right now, which is nuts. Just knowing, so he needs to average like 180 passing
Exactly.
yards per week.
Because he was
but-
ridiculous. I don't think
thought that
the
was crazy.
like, if you're a Bears fan and you thought that this season the Bears were gonna come out and Justin Fields was just gonna like look like Jalen Hurts, I think that was a wrong approach. Like, we're trying
Yeah.
to see improvement. I also think that let's not overreact. It's been 3 weeks. I'm not saying the kid has played fucking good. Like, he looked horrible. If he looks the same now in week 10, yes.
But Bears
Let's
fans,
hang it
bro,
up.
you're coming off a season where you had, I think, 2 or 3 wins. 3 wins.
But 3 wins?
I know, but you give Justin Fields an entire offseason. The whole purpose is Justin Fields is a whole new player. Everything you heard over the summer, Justin Fields, by all accounts, was going to be an MVP candidate. From what you heard
Yeah.
inside Bears camp,
Yeah.
from the media,
Yeah.
Justin Fields is going to come in this year and look like an MVP candidate. If I'm a Bears fan, the product I've seen in the first 3 weeks, I'm out. Because as Bears fans, you're not coming in going, okay, we're going to win 10 games, we're going to win 9 games.
Yeah.
All you wanted to know coming into this year is we have our guy.
Yeah.
We have a quarterback that we can start building around. We got him DJ Moore.
Yeah.
He said he had no weapons. We got him DJ Moore.
Yeah.
We got him Chase Claypool. Like, now he has weapons.
Chase Claypool is crazy.
I will
But Chase
say
Claypool
though,
was a number 2.
Claypool's better than Dante Pettis and Equinemius
Yeah.
around like that last
But
year.
both of them are dropping passes. Like, what Justin got to do with
But
that?
he looks
Yeah,
horrible.
he doesn't. He also doesn't help. Like, I don't want to sit here and defend Justin Fields' play by any means. What I'm saying is, it's like, for me to be, I can't be completely out on Justin Fields right now. I think if he looks like the same that he does right now, week 10, absolutely, like plug it. But I've also seen a lot of, schematically speaking, whoever's calling the play for the Bears, I need his badge right now.
Yeah.
DJ Moore is dropping plays that he didn't drop before. I think DJ Moore is still a dog. I think he's like a top 20 receiver, which is, saying something in this league, right? But I don't know. I'm not completely out on him. Because what you going to do? Just try it over again?
hear me out though.
Like, you might as well. Like, you have the team right now where the Bears can go, if we needed
don't hear me
to,
out.
we can start over.
I was gonna say they have coming up the Broncos. Okay, they should
Winnable,
eat. I think
winnable.
he'll eat there. The Commanders.
Winnable,
He'll eat
winnable.
there. The Vikings defense
Winnable.
maybe eat there.
We
And
know
then the
signs.
Raiders. So like coming
Whoa,
up,
whoa,
like
whoa,
he
whoa.
like
He's fucked.
he's done.
No, I'm joking.
But but like it'll be a really good test the next 3 or so
Yeah.
weeks, I'd say, to see what he does against those teams where he should be able to
Get
throw
one
on.
win. That's where you
At
get
least
your
get a
one
win.
win.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're supposed to have a reworked offensive line too, and they're all hurt, so that doesn't really help either. Like, his center isn't his center, his right guard isn't his right guard, his left tackle isn't his left tackle. So like, that could also be part of it. He has no trust in people in front of him.
Yeah, but then use your feet and get out of the pocket. Like, it seems like he just sits there and waits to get sacked and like throws garbage balls. Speaking of reworked, Jordan Love and the Packers are facing off Thursday night against the Lions.
Shout out Goff. I know I talked about it last, but I'm getting a jersey. That man is a dog.
He deserves a shout out every time we talk about the Lions.
I think so, yeah. Every time we talk about the Lions, I should be like, shout out Goff. And I'll move on. And we'll move on. I don't have to say anything else. I should be like, shout out Jared. He went to Jared.
Absurd amount of
Even the Lions tweeted, they're like, he went to Jared. And I was like, yeah, he went to Jared. Like, they literally tweeted out he went to Jared. I was like, yeah, he did.
No, that's a great bit. I love it. They travel to Green Bay. Shout out Jared Goff. And they're -1.5. I feel like this is just one of those games where I would bet the Lions and the Packers win for some reason. Aaron Jones apparently is going to play, or he at least was at practice, you said?
Yep. He was in walkthroughs. He did participate in walkthroughs.
I don't have much of a take other than I could see this maybe being the game Jahmyr Gibbs eats. But I feel like this is a game that maybe I take the over and just close my eyes and go to sleep.
I'm going to tell you right now, the most bet, like the most money the bet's going to be on in this game is the under. It's a decently high number, divisional game, prime time. It's just I'm just saying that this is going to be the most heavily bet under we see the entire weekend. Not saying that the over's not going to hit.
That's sharp.
I'm not going to sell the over, so the over would be sharp, is what I'm saying.
And I'm not sharp, by all accounts.
So far away from me.
We taking the under?
Don't take me saying the over as sharp.
It's at 44.5.
But I feel like that line is so weird. Like, I feel as though in my head the Lions are the much better team. So why would I not just take the Lions? Because they're away from home. It's a divisional game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like the Packers are a tough team. I think Jordan Love is playing well right now. Like he's looking pretty good for like what he has to do in that offense. That defense is still solid playing at home. Like the Packers are always like one of those teams where when you play in Green Bay, when it's not the playoff, they just look like unbelievable. And the Lions also killed. Like let's not forget who the Lions are. Like the Lions are the Lions. They're a better version of what we've seen before, but like they still shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and you have Christian Watson coming back this week. I mean, he honestly, I'm high on Christian Watson personally. Yeah, I like him a lot. And Love's got like all these young. I feel like I'm trying to compare Jordan Love's situation right now to somebody else in the NFL.
It's Justin Fields, and he's given Packers enough evidence that he could be the guy. That's why you're not hearing any complaints from
You
Packers
think
fans.
Jordan Love's the guy? I know you do, Dave. So I every time we watch Red Zone with Dave, he's like, Jordan Love's. They found it. They found another one. They got another one out in Green Bay. I'm like, what are you?
But it could have been Zach Wilson. He had 3 years under Aaron Rodgers.
But you want to,
And then he comes out and can just run an offense.
And execute.
Damn.
Execute at a high level. It's
I can't even
crazy. It's
argue
crazy. That's all you're asking for.
That
right?
silence was
It's
deafening.
crazy. Yeah.
It's true.
It's
like
crazy.
I can't even argue that point.
Yeah. He does his job.
But
like,
but
executes.
watching Hard Knocks, like Zach Wilson's kind of a little shit.
He's just a little fucking prick, dude. I
Yeah,
fucking
it's a
hate him
prick.
so much.
That's
like I'm
the
over
perfect
defending
word.
him. Like I hate him so much.
He's a prick.
I hate him so
Go
much.
watch
you came from
Hard-
fucking BYU. You looked like an idiot at BYU, and we fucking
Go watch Hard
drafted
Knocks
you.
again.
Now we're idiots.
Go watch
Fucking-
Hard Knocks again and pay attention to Zach Wilson this time because I was too focused on Aaron Rodgers and the glazing they were doing, and I kind of liked it because I fuck with Aaron Rodgers.
I was
Pause.
dude. You could have glazed me watching that.
Okay.
I was like, we have a Super Bowl in the building.
Huh?
He's like, we literally already won the Super Bowl. Also, can we talk about the guy who came on? He's like, I already saw the Super Bowl final. It's the Niners and the Jets. And the Jets win 31-24. You remember the mentalist they brought in?
Yeah.
And he said he said the Jets were gonna win the Super Bowl.
Now thinking about it, that was the squarest Super Bowl matchup he could have picked.
Yeah.
At that point, Niners Jets. That's so square.
That was
Like we gave him way too much credit for picking the most square Super Bowl of all.
We're like, he's a genius. Dude picked the two like favorites to win the Super Bowl.
That shit got hit.
He's a mentalist.
Dude, that was fucking crazy.
He could see the future.
And he just picked a touchdown spread. 24-31.
Was that what it was?
I think that's what
I think it was
said.
31-21.
Oh, okay.
10 points.
But weird game. Do you have any take on the game?
Mm-mm.
No, just Lions Packers. I think it's gonna be weird. It's another like awful primetime game. We need to stop having divisional matchups on primetime.
Yes,
I know it
that's
feels like we need to have that because it means something for the division,
Mm-hmm.
but those games, we can just be honest, divisional matchups suck. They're not fun.
Also, I haven't seen Justin Herbert in primetime yet this year, and he's like my favorite guy to watch.
And he's putting up 1,000 points.
Which
Just
is
put him in
crazy.
primetime.
Yeah.
Just put him in primetime.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
pretty
know.
simple math. Amazon, if you're watching this. Thursday night.
Just have the Chargers play the Vikings every week on primetime, and no one would complain.
Every week, every single week.
No one would
He'll
complain.
go for it on every fourth down. It'll be entertaining.
That would be literally electric. We have another full Sunday of electricity
God, don't get me bricked.
in the NFL.
He got me bricked.
Let's do our best bets segment. So you got to pick a spread and a prop for the Sunday
Oh.
slate.
By the way, we didn't give out one winner on Thursday or on Monday. All of our bets full faded
Yep.
Oh,
for,
Yeah.
for Monday Night Football.
shout out the pod.
But hey,
Shout out the pod.
we can only go up from here. Like I feel like we're due to give
I-
out some winners.
Yeah, like now if you're
Now
listening,
if you're
you take our
listening, you
bets.
take our bets.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's
no,
when
I
you
love
do it.
that. No, I love that.
Dave,
Great position to be in.
Yeah, I like our. I'd rather be in this position than we win all of our
we
bets.
got a London game.
We got a London game.
We got Falcons Jags, because the Jags need to go visit their fans. So
the people of Duval. I don't even know if that place
is
exists.
Duval a place in England?
No, that's God.
That's so no.
No,
Oh,
are you
no.
fucking
Oh, no,
serious?
no.
No, I'm joking.
I don't think it was. I don't think.
Like I said, numbers guy.
All right, let's do. All right, let's do Sunday best bets. You got to give your best bet for a spread, best prop of the weekend. I'll start off. I'm gonna take that, even though we were just talking about it. I'm gonna take how we were just talking about how you shouldn't do it. I'm gonna take that Buffalo Miami over. This Dolphins team just put up 70 points. This Dolphins offense, I don't think can be stopped. Genuinely. I don't care if it's in division, out of division, especially against the Bills defense, who's looked unimpressive other than playing the Commanders. I think you have a really high scoring offense going against a defense that just put the clamps on. That makes me go over. Because I think a lot of people are going to go, ooh, that Bills defense, Miami's not going to know what to do. And Miami's going to put up another 40 points. It's 53.5, still a really high over. I'm taking it. And then I'm going to go back to what I did last weekend for Sunday, and I'm going to fade the Panthers secondary. Justin Jefferson yards, more than.
I like that. What is that at?
Probably 150.
That's crazy.
Here's what I will say real quick.
Go ahead.
The Dolphins have played the Chargers, the Patriots, and the Broncos. The Chargers, as you remember, game-winning drive. Like, they probably should have won that game. The Chargers just blew it. Patriots, that game splooged under. They only put up 24 against the pretty
Because the
solid.
Patriots can't score.
Yeah, but the Patriots defense looked good.
Yeah.
And Belichick came out with a plan in prime time. Broncos are the Broncos. So, I mean, they're about to play a Bills team, and this is going to be their first real test. I mean, the Chargers were a good test for them, but defensively, no. I would just be very cautious after dropping 70, and I know you said you didn't want to do it, and you're going to do it anyway. I hope you hit. I really do hope you.
crazy. I'm getting talked off.
No, I really hope you hit, but I just wanted to.
But that Dolphins defense is also dog water. So, like, Josh Allen still hasn't had a Josh
Yep.
Allen game. He's confident now.
Definitely glad you took the over and not the Dolphins. But the Dolphins are not even. They're +3. So
I think it's going to be a shooty. A 53.5 point over with a +3 spread.
it's crazy.
That tells me that game's close and high scoring.
It's crazy. Dave, what are you taking this Sunday?
The under in the Ravens-Browns game at 41. The Browns defense. Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
Is
Hold on, let me-
yeah, let's just get
Let me
down
pull
to
it back.
Exactly.
Miles.
Let me pull him, not the defense. Miles Garrett is surreal. It's surreal.
Yeah.
I like Chelly's point. I think divisional matchup tend to go under because the both team knows each other. It just means more. You win your division, you're in the playoff. They're the two highest seed in that division, right? The Ravens lost last week, and their offense isn't built to win by it isn't built to score 35 points a game, right? The Browns offense hasn't looked that good. Deshaun Watson hasn't looked like what we thought he was going to look. I think that number is low for a reason. Yeah, definitely Ravens under because I'm not betting against Lamar.
Have you been dabbling in the prop game at all, or?
Now, I tell you guys just
Yeah.
blindly, I'm not a prop guy. I don't know how to look at guys' numbers and be like, oh, like that's gonna. I don't.
Yeah, I feel
I'm
like
just
everyone
not that
has
guy.
different techniques.
Yeah.
Browns Ravens under
I'm not that guy.
or Lauren.
I will say that Deshaun looked great against the Titans. He
It was the
killed
Titans.
it.
You take that with a grain of
Yeah,
take that
but-
with a grain of salt.
But I haven't done much labbing, just full transparency. But I am looking at the Browns, and I might be taking the Texans +3 against the Steelers while they're at home because CJ Stroud has just continued to look better and better each week.
Ooh, I like that.
So we'll see. It kind of sucks because I haven't really labbed, but I am looking at those two games.
One of my favorite bets this weekend. Chargers playing the Raiders. Guys, are we forgetting that we kicked a unnecessary field goal to knock the Chargers out of the playoffs? And Justin Herbert has made it his life's goal to fucking piss on the Raiders for the rest of his career. And he gets to play us twice every year.
Are you gonna fade the Raiders?
Yeah, Chargers -5.5.
That's crazy.
Chargers -5.5.
No,
That
you're
that
not.
line's gonna be at 6.5, 7.5 by Sunday. Yeah, Justin Herbert's gonna punch our dicks off. Our secondary sucks. They just lost Mike Will. Don't care. All right, they're still,
Don't care.
dude. Justin Herbert's life goal is to hurt the Raiders.
Are you nuking that? Like, are you actually?
I've never been more confident fading a team.
Are you?
And it's my favorite team.
Dude, the only way.
Dude, he made it his life goal. He literally's like, I hate this team now. He's like,
No,
you
no,
thought we had a rivalry? Just wait for next season. Like, they didn't need to kick the field goal. I was like, don't do it. I'm literally. Whoa. Don't do it. We can both go to the playoffs. It's cool. Why are we kicking it? No, stop. Why? There's no point.
That
He's
was
just
on,
gonna.
That was on Staley because he called a timeout for no
Yes,
reason.
Staley
That's
called the
literally-
timeout too.
He
I was like,
ripped the timeout with 3 seconds
You're
left.
you're analytical goat. Yeah, that's Stanley.
he's not my analytical goat, but he's also a numbers guy. You got the wrong numbers.
Fuck. No.
Do we have a prop? Are you saying in that game for your prop?
No. I'm out of that game because Mike Will, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Keenan Allen
When's
also
Eckler back? Also, do we know?
Back this
Ooh,
week.
okay, then
That's
Eckler.
huge.
Yeah, you guys are
I'm going
fucked.
Eckler.
He's just gonna go straight back to Eckler with no Mike Will. Keenan Allen's been eating, by the
Eating.
way.
He has,
Everett, I could
unfortunately.
see Everett having a decent game. I feel like he needs to step up, and he's a bigger target that they can use on second, third down.
And can Quentin Johnson catch?
No,
some passes?
he can't get separation.
Please.
I saw someone. It was our friend Kish. She's like, Quentin Johnson just hasn't had
I thought you
separation.
were gonna say Javon has been preaching that for the past year.
What, that he can't get
That he
separation?
can get
He
separation.
did say that.
He has said that. I have to give him his prompts on that. Also, let's give a quick shout out to the Nukenheimer so far.
Yeah, the Nukenheimer is fucking at
Dude.
the table.
It's actually like I tailed it, and I was like, I don't know how this is gonna perform.
Well, AR scary.
But still, like his
Oh,
line
nice.
is low enough where
Yeah.
he can even miss this week
I mean,
and
yeah.
still come back and box.
Because he looks so well the first like 2 weeks. Like he's been okay.
Did you see who they
balling
played?
I mean,
The
that's fair.
the
But
Colts
I'd
and the
rather
Steelers?
him start off hot. Like, because as a rookie, look
Or
at
they-
Bryce Young. Bryce Young isn't playing fucking nobodies, but like he's not putting up numbers. I'd rather have a guy. Yes, the competition. Relax. I'd rather have a guy where the competition is less and still performing. And I believe in him. I think it's gonna be good. But everything else is just you in your bag for that one,
Chris Olave was
Dude.
this air.
dude.
Everyone's gonna get hurt.
No, that was
now.
a good.
Everyone's gonna get hurt now.
I think I'm gonna get a
Now that I
T-shirt.
just said
If
that,
the,
they're all hurt.
if the Nukenheimer hits, I'm gonna get a T-shirt. So I should have tailed the Nukenheimer.
Wait, you didn't? Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
because
No,
he wakes up
because-
and just hates,
No,
bro.
I don't hate. I'm cheering for
We
it really
talked
hard.
about that. Like we have to work on that.
I'm cheering for it.
Wakes up and hates, bro.
I'm actually cheering for it.
Do you have a prop for the weekend you like?
Don't, I haven't looked.
I do have one actually. Whatever, I'm gonna look right now what his line is at. But Daniel Jones gets 100 this week. This is the week he needs it. He needs it this week. No. He actually.
Get over
Kelly,
it.
you just got to not watch the Giants games, and you'll just come back and you'll have 100 yards
Yeah.
one game. You just got to stop saying it's his week.
Monday Night
because
Football.
It's gonna be 1 week that he gets it, but it can't be every week.
But
he
it's
gets it.
it's prime time. It's prime
he's
time.
not
Danny
getting that
Dimes.
shit on prime time.
It's prime time. Danny Dimes. He's getting 100 this week against Seahawks. Dude, he needs to get it before Saquon comes back because Breida had 4 rush attempts last week. All right, and Danny Dimes did not run the ball enough, and he knows that. I'm gonna try and I think I'm gonna DM him on Instagram. I'm getting desperate. I think I might DM him.
4.
I think I might DM.
I also think that Saquon being back would help you. It takes
That's-
attention off him getting out of the pocket.
No, they do run that read option a lot where he takes off. But yeah, you're kind of right. So, but here's my point. At what point do you start DMing the players?
Never. I've never DM'd a player, and I never will.
I feel like I've DM'd like women's tennis players before.
Why?
Just be like, lock in today. Good luck in your match. never mentioned that I have money on them.
Yeah, but then it's from Chell God 7.
I'm just like,
No
hey.
reason.
I'm like, hey, what's her name? I forget her name.
Shevchenko.
Maria
Ivanka.
Sharapova. I mean,
Yeah,
she
I don't
doesn't play.
think-
She doesn't play
yeah,
anymore.
she is not
But
playing.
I'd just be like, hey, girl, like, good luck this weekend in your tennis match. Just wanted to say, like, you've been killing it lately, and lock in. I never say, hey, I have $1,000 on you, and you're minus 800. Like, you sell my bag of cheese. Like, I fly to Italy tomorrow. Like, no, it doesn't have to be like that. But like TJ Watt, for example, I need an interception from TJ Watt. Like, hey man, you've been having a great
You
season.
DM
I
TJ
think,
Watt.
I think if you want to be defensive player of the year, you just need that You just need that one pick. That's what I'll DM him.
You think he'll read that and be like, he's right.
He's like, he's gonna be jumping every screen after that. He's like, he's right, dude. I should be jumping screens.
Coach, I'm gonna start jumping some screens, man. I
Got
some
this DM.
I got some intel that I could be the defensive player of the year.
But I know they read it. Like I have hockey. Like I'll DM a hockey player, be like, dude, crush it tonight. Like pepper that net, and then it'll be like Seein. I'll be like, fuck.
And then they have one SOG. Literally,
But that's what their job is. They get paid to do that. Are you guys gonna be betting on college football on Saturday, or are you guys just sticking to NFL? or-
100%.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a couple of really good games this week for college football. I think we can actually start with your team. Penn State is minus 27, I think, 27.5 to the worst team, I think, in Division I, Northwestern. They cover. They know the spreads. This is the worst team in Division I football, and this would just be such a Penn State statement game after the whiteout to come out and just beat the dog shit out of Northwestern.
I like that we're keeping the same narrative because a lot of people by now would have forgot that Penn State knows the spreads. But week one, we proved it, and people were just like, oh, I can't believe this team knows the spreads. And it was like 2 days on Twitter where like, oh my God, Penn State actually knows spreads. And then week 2 happened, we covered. Week 3 happened, we covered. Week 4 happened, we covered. So it's like, guys, hello. Like, do you need any more like reassurance? We know the spreads, and like we're gonna put back a montage like of the WBC's podcast. Shout out you guys listening. Of every week we mention it when we talk about college football. This team knows the spreads. I have a text message from my friend.
I don't think there's a team that doesn't know the spread. Like Deion Sanders was like, I love we're a 21 point underdog because that was my number. Like I feel like it's a lot more. Like we're all young.
They asked them to do. I think.
But to be able to cover,
To be able to cover it, but also I have
different.
inside information. We literally, our players get to their locker, and on their locker is a piece of paper with a number, and it's always going to be minus because we're Penn State. But we just have that number. It's like, how many do we have to win by today? And we shoot for that number over 7, bro.
They look at that and they shoot for that number.
Bro, they're showing
there
up.
for the people.
They're showing up on Saturday.
No, they know the spreads.
Yeah, Alar has.
Do you know how many
fucking
of
28
their
points.
friends are betting on the games? They don't say, hey, cover the spread, but it's like, come on, man. It's like, I see you in class, bro, and if you lose me coin.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
This sounds
What are
sight.
you gonna do?
They know the spreads, but either way, the spread could be 30, and I would still take it because this is the worst team in
Northwestern is
Division I
dog
football,
shit.
and Penn State should literally mollywop.
4 touchdowns. And Drew's looked better every game.
Is
Let's
it
keep that in mind.
What you call it? Is it in
It's in
Chicago?
Northwestern.
It doesn't. Honestly, it really
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter. It doesn't matter.
If I could bet Northwestern to not score, I would.
I think you can.
I would bet
Probably
that.
can.
Yeah, I think
If we could get a line on that,
Yeah.
I would love to know.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Their team
that would
total's
be-
like kind of high. I think it's like 14 or 13 and a half.
That's absurd. Maybe like garbage time. Texas plays the University of Kansas. I think it's in Austin. Is it in Austin?
Mhm.
In Austin. The spread is 16.5, ranked matchup. Kansas now
Wow,
25th in the country.
Yeah.
Texas
24.
They're a
I
good
think they're
team.
24.
I think 24.
Fresno State's 25.
They're 23.
What is Texas? Top 5 now?
Two.
Number 2? Damn. Texas is number 2, playing the number 25th team in the country
Come on, baby.
with a minus
We're here.
16.5 spread. What is the pulse check on the Longhorns?
Couldn't be more confident in this game. My only worry is just Quinn coming out. We've been starting really slow, and that's why a lot of teams are like, well, you let Wyoming stick around. Well, we won that game 31-10. Okay, we let up 1 touchdown. But if we can just start off quickly and like get Quinn in rhythm, I don't think we have anything to worry about. But I will say Kansas, like a lot of people don't realize, like Devin Neal, their running back, unreal. But we do have to watch out for him. But again, that goes back to me trusting our defense. And it's really, when I said Jalen Milroe, like quarterback contained, don't let Jalen Daniels run all over you. But he can also throw a little bit better than Jalen Milroe. But overall, I'm very confident. And I'm not too worried about it. So.
Yeah, no, I think UT goes as Quinn goes, right? And they're going to win. I think
Hot
if
take.
the only way
Holy shit! Are you serious?
Wait,
Wait,
they're minus
Dave.
they're minus
Crazy.
2,000 though. You
they're
sure?
gonna win. They're gonna win, right?
like how sure?
like Nuke, sure.
The thing is,
200 to win 20.
we just cannot start slow.
You can start slow,
If
'cause
we start slow,
it's gonna be scary.
That's what I'll say.
Daniels can, and Daniels a good quarterback, right?
And
like
their
he's
coach, like their
scary.
coach, man, he is a good coach.
And they're building something at Kansas.
They
I think the
are.
last 3 years has been, which obviously like kind of like what I
Duke?
hate that we're gonna go back to Deion at Colorado, but like Kansas hired this new coach. I don't know if he recruited Daniels or Daniels transferred there, but
For sure.
as soon as he and Daniels
been a Kansas
he's
kid.
been at
He's
Kansas,
been at Kansas,
they
yeah.
started building something. Like I mean, I remember like nobody used to watch fucking Kansas game, and now there's a new stadium that they're building, right? Because they're getting people to show up there.
Yep.
Daniels is exciting. Him winning in Austin.
I'm not
would
gonna
be
lie. Have you
electric for
seen
that
like
program.
the 3D whatever pictures of the new stadium? It's pretty bun
It is?
still.
Oh, for
It's
real?
not good.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, they
It's still like I'd rather go watch football at Allen High
That's
School. I'm not gonna lie.
crazy.
But anyways,
Shout out, Alan.
Shout out
Alan.
high school.
Shout out,
shout out K1.
Shout
Sure.
Shout out.
Class of 20. 2.
As someone that has been
Crazy.
as someone that has been a career glazer of Jalen Daniels, I'm actually excited for this game. I feel like big games is when you see what like college quarterbacks are really made of, especially the exciting ones like Jordan Travis, Jaden Daniels, even guys like Jalen Milroe. Like in a big game, he kind of went ghost against Texas, other than like a couple really big chunk plays. So just as like a Jalen Daniels fan, I'm excited to see him go into Austin and see like what he can do. I also don't think Kansas is going to win this game. I don't even want to touch this spread because I don't want to be sitting there wanting him to do something. I just want to
we're
see him
very
do
capable
something.
of just like smacking their buns.
Yeah.
We're very capable,
Yeah.
but we just have to start
Yeah.
fast.
But it also feels so capable of you not covering that spread
Yeah.
just because Jalen Daniels is one of those guys.
I will
Just
tell you,
he's an X
Texas is
factor.
definitely not like, hey boys, let's cover the spread. They definitely don't play ball like
Yeah,
that. They want to
no.
like chew clock, just run the ball. Like
you play football, and I hate that narrative about like, dude,
You can hate the narrative, but I'm a numbers
makes
guy.
no sense.
But I will
like,
tell you, I've been
Can't
kind
argue
of
that.
watching like Twitter. Like the thing about Jalen, it does seem like he likes to go to his like first option as well, and he'll kind of stare down his receivers.
Yeah.
If he does that Saturday, Jalen Ford's gonna have a field day.
Yeah,
it's
no,
gonna be
your,
an
your
absolute.
secondary is surreal. I'll give you that.
We
But
have
I didn't-
Hawks in
I didn't
our
know
front line.
downstairs before we came up here. Lauren was telling me about like stats about Kansas top
Yep.
10 rushing offense was not what I had in my book.
They've been absolutely,
crazy.
and their defense has been pretty dang good this year too.
Yeah.
So they're definitely not just like look past them by any means. Like
Yeah.
we have to show up for that game, but we are more than capable of just absolutely
no.
taking care of business at home too.
Yeah.
So
It feels like one of those games where like your dad, like just an old guy, just watches it for the love of the game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Like he's like, oh, just what a great
Yeah, no.
matchup.
I'm watching
Cheering
that.
on both sides of the ball. Like, if
Exactly,
there's
yeah.
a crazy pick, cheering if there's a crazy touchdown, cheering like regardless of the team. Just
Yeah.
like, God, this is college ball,
college
man.
ball.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like Kansas at Texas, Kansas like kind of a rising program.
I'm
Texas
sorry,
still that
Texas
powerhouse.
is 3. My bad.
3.
Texas
Yeah.
3.
Who's 2?
It's
you go.
Georgia,
Yeah. Florida State.
No,
No.
Michigan.
no, Michigan,
Michigan. I
Texas.
think so.
I'm so sick
Yep.
of this fucking Michigan team.
But I will say though, they play ball. But if there's a school that knows the spread and would play for the spread and would get caught playing for the spread, it would be Penn State.
I wouldn't. Yeah, that's
Like as a
fair.
program.
That's fair. That's fair. that is so fair.
And I'm proud.
That is fair.
Yeah.
I'm
Be a
proud.
Penn State
As a
alum.
program, I could see 3 years like Penn State head coach caught
Yeah.
putting spread on players'
Yeah,
lockers.
James
and-
Franklin, man. Well, come play for us, man. We make your family rich because we pay you and we cover the spread.
That's wild.
like sitting down in living rooms. That's so crazy. But I think it's gonna be a great game. I would love to take an over in that game just to watch for points. But I feel like that's also a game where you get some hard nosed defense on both sides.
That's,
Where it
that's
comes
where
down to
we
like,
show what we can do.
Yeah.
We have
That-
a good defense.
that's a game
Shut up.
where I feel like I've said that's a game like 90 times.
It
But
is a
Yeah.
game.
I'm actually excited
It's
for
a
that
game.
game because I love Jalen Daniels.
Yeah.
And I think this Texas team is like for real, where one play is going to decide if this becomes a blowout or not. You
Yeah.
know what I
And
mean?
I think we're gonna know early.
like
The
very
fir-
early.
The first 3 drives, I think if Texas come out and is just like start clicking early, it's not gonna.
So
But like
wraps.
if Texas starts slow,
Like they did against Wyoming.
and Daniels, because Daniels, but
You
Daniels
can't
can
let him get
throw.
going.
He
He
can
can
throw.
throw, absolutely.
He can flip. And if
He's
he
a
can-
good quarterback.
If he can, I think they're going to have trouble early. But I think this Texas team, I mean, they're talented. They're a very talented team. I think they're gonna find a way to. That's the only way that Kansas can cover. Texas has to start slow, and Kansas has to start fast.
And he has to get like going.
Easy.
Yeah, but I did say at the beginning. I think I told you it was Kansas. I was a little nervous for. That's before I saw what our defense can really do.
Mm-hmm.
And that last week, Texas Tech coming to Austin, they could very easily just ruin the
Still,
season.
even
They just
without
have our
the-
number. Like
Yeah,
we
no,
again, we
Tyler
should
Show,
beat
he
them.
might be out.
That is true. That is true.
I don't know if their backup is any good. But I don't know how serious
I don't
Taylor
know.
Show's
Yeah, I don't
injury
know what
is.
he has injured.
He got
Yeah, what is
carded off.
Okay.
If I saw the video
Yeah,
correctly.
that's
Okay.
not good.
Unless I'm
Getting
totally
Carter
about
off
it.
is not.
Yeah, that's not good.
Unless I'm totally about
that's
it.
not
You don't
good.
want that.
Can
We
you
do
check
not
that?
want
You just don't want that.
Joshy, can you check that?
So it's a you should have been there weekend. Where we
It
headed
is.
on tour?
Mhm.
We are going to Oxford, Mississippi. We got Ole Miss, LSU, ranked matchup. It's going to be a phenomenal game. Some stats on the Should Have Been There tour. Every game has gone over.
Wow.
The home team has only won once
Mhm.
since we've been there, and it was LSU this past weekend. The vlog will be dropped by the time this episode comes out, so make sure you go watch the vlog.
By
for
the way,
LSU.
that was a 17.5-point spread. They won on a buzzer beater field goal.
Yeah, no. KJ Jefferson balled that. Like you talk about players that show up. Like that's a big game for Arkansas, and he
The
showed
Arkansas's defense is doo doo.
Poochie.
junk.
Just doo doo.
Poochie.
It's just
What's what's the
Poochies.
total at for this Ole Miss LSU game?
I don't have the total, but I know LSU is minus 2.5 favorites going into Ole Miss.
I know the total.
What is the total?
67.
67. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm going to take the over.
Many points.
I'm also going to be on Ole Miss plus 2.5. Even though I love LSU, I feel like for the tour's sake, I want to be embedded, so I'm taking every home team. I'm excited though, man. I've heard a lot about Oxford, Mississippi. I hope they come out. I hope that game is crazy. A minus 2.5 point spread is the shortest spread we've had yet.
Yep.
So hoping.
I
for
will
a
also
barn
be on Ole Miss for the vibes. We're gonna be there, so why not? And that spread is already
Dude,
kind of
you
weird.
and Mike are never. Oh wait,
Never
are you
on-
on Ole Miss? No, you're on LSU.
No, I'm on Ole Miss.
No, he's on the list.
Weren't you the guy who was going to take classes at LSU?
Yeah, but for the sake of the tour, I've committed to being on the home team everywhere we go.
My
'Cause I feel like if I'm there on LSU, it's like I'm a bot.
So you're okay. You're gonna be. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Lauren, pop quiz because I know you're a big mascot. Ole Miss mascot. Do you know what that is?
A rebel.
Rebel.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should have knew that.
Hotty toddy, baby.
But they have two.
Ole Miss has two mascots.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What does it go by, Chelly? What's the name of the
I
second
don't
one?
know. I only know the Rebels.
They always make the dumb ass sign every time their defense get out there.
Do you know this, Elsie?
It's a sea animal.
The fuck is this?
Land Sharks.
They have two mascots.
Yeah. Well, the Rebel's a bit racist.
Is it?
Yeah.
The
I
Running
am
Rebels.
Clueless.
If you
Like,
look up a
No.
photo of them,
Of a rebel. What do you think
A
the
rebel.
rebel is referring
I don't know. I'm thinking Star Wars. Like I hear Rebel. And
I know. I
think,
thought you were
like,
about to like add like Running Rebel.
Yeah,
I was like,
no, no, it's a
no.
legend.
no, it's the Land Sharks.
It's
I
just
think
like
they're trying to
the
get
lab.
away from the
Yeah, we
Rebels,
are.
so they're like taking steps to introduce the shark.
I
as
fuck with
they
the Land
go.
Shark's kind of dope.
Yeah.
No, the Land Shark is sick.
That's hard. And he also because like they were known for like
Rebels.
defense and like he
Star
like is a
Wars.
rallying crowd for their defense.
No, I love it. I can't wait to do the Land Shark. I'm actually really excited. I think it's gonna be awesome. I've heard a lot of great things about Oxford. Have you ever been to Oxford, Mississippi?
No, but I've really been wanting to go, so I'm super pumped for this
Yeah, no,
one.
It's gonna be,
It's gonna
like,
be so much fun.
You're gonna love it.
I think it's gonna be a great time. Hopefully, I'm very drunk and Ole Miss wins and everyone goes
I
bananas.
think that's exactly what's gonna happen.
But again, what
So-
a yeah. I mean, that's just not
This
what you
looks
wanna
like
see.
have you seen Django Unchained? It looks like Leonardo DiCaprio's character that he plays.
just making my point.
Which is great.
Just picked the most racist movie of all time.
Stating the obvious.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Of course it is.
Oh my
Of
god!
course
No, it's literally one of the
I
greatest
do
movies
not
ever.
want to have this conversation on the podcast.
Quentin Tarantino.
We're not doing this.
Sure.
So again, though, what a great quarterback matchup.
Yeah.
You got Jackson Dart. You got Jaden Daniels. Honestly, watching LSU in person, very impressed with that defense. Also, Jaden Daniels takes a while to get going. So Ole Miss, for sure, has a chance here.
Absolutely.
But speaking of chances, Colorado plays USC. They are 21-point underdogs.
Again.
I will be taking the University of Colorado money line to upset USC in Boulder. No Travis Hunter. This USC defense is fucking dog water.
Yeah,
This
run on
game
the
is going over.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
take the over.
Coming off getting blown out by Oregon, I think a lot of people put Oregon up there with USC in terms of complete teams in the Pac-12. That is incorrect. USC's defense is about as good as Colorado's defense, if not worse.
It's
the only
bad.
reason USC wins games is because Caleb Williams does it by himself. If Dion can get these kids up, and he will have his son going because this is the kid that everyone's saying should be drafted over Shador. If he can make it personal, USC coming into Boulder, I seriously think the Buffs have a chance of upsetting the Trojans.
I cannot wait to watch that game. Sorry.
Two things. The total's 73.5.
Yeah.
It's going over.
It's going
Yeah.
over. A lot of points.
There might be 100 points.
No, it's going
There might
over.
be 100. I
Might
was
be
saying,
100
like, I was on live last night. I was like, I could see it being a Colorado TCU all over again.
Might be 100 points. I don't think the USC defense is gonna stop the Colorado offense more time than the Colorado offense is gonna stop the USC offense. Like, why are people putting Caleb in front of Shador? Because Caleb is the best quarterback in college football right now.
I bet
No
Shiloh
question
picks his
about
ass.
Shiloh got to get there.
You should bet on that. You should bet on that.
Shiloh got to
And show
get
me
there.
the slip.
I think yeah,
Show
no,
me
he's
the
not gonna
slip.
show the slip. USC's. I don't think Colorado's not gonna. They might cover. Might cover 21. 21 might be a little steep. I don't think they're winning by 21.
You know
USC's
what's
balling.
crazy, dude? I didn't know how cocky this Colorado team was. I didn't know how cocky
Did
they
y'all
were.
see the Oregon
Dude.
recap video?
Yeah, that
Oh
was
my
insane.
gosh.
Crazy.
That is-
Shiloh was.
Crazy.
They're
But Shiloh
they're
talks
on the
to
O
He
like
talks.
Yeah.
fucking like
Yeah.
Yeah.
what is this called? What is it when you do this?
Stamping
Like
on
this.
it?
They're like they're like
Stamping, yeah.
scraping their feet on the O.
Yeah, scraping.
Yeah.
And they're like, this team is this place is like I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
And like obviously we're seeing it after they got blown out. But like, dude, I don't even I've never seen I guess it probably happens all the time, but because they're under the
Yeah.
microscope like we talk about, we see every little
Yeah.
thing. But these guys, I mean, these guys who were one win last year coming out. I get that you're 3-0. I get that you want to, keep the vibes high, but
Yeah.
that's a different type of like coming into Oregon being like, holy shit, this team sucks. Like the stadium's horrible. Like, and the coach in the locker room, yeah, we saw the one where he was like, they're playing for clicks. We're playing to go to the chip. But like also, like he's like, does that O mean something to you out there? Because you should have seen what they were doing to it. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, they definitely got too disrespectful. Going
Too
to Oregon.
disrespectful.
But that's why they got their shit clapped. Like you don't do that to an Oregon team when you're in the Pac-12. Like you don't, because those kids aren't thinking like, oh, I should have went to Colorado. Like Colorado's
Well,
sick.
I
Those
just
kids
thought
are like,
it
dude,
was-
I can't wait to beat the shit out of these guys.
It was weird because like Shador and like the team has talked about teams doing that to
To
the
them.
airfield, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, okay, if that ball, like, why would you go? That's
Because
Double
that's what
standard.
you do as it. Like, I don't. To be honest with you,
No, like I
That-
said, it happens
team-
every. I was about to
every
say, it
team
happens every
does
time.
for
that.
sure. But it was like
It's
for
just-
sure, like
it's
they brought it
caught-
up, like, man, they were
it's
on our
just caught
field.
on camera.
Yeah.
Like the issue is that this was caught on. Like,
Yeah.
do you want your team to show up to the stadium and be like, "Oh my god,
Yeah, like overwhelmed and shit.
it's Oregon. There's
But
gonna be 80,000."
In all fairness, it did look like it was just one kid doing it.
Yeah, like that's what I'm. And that's what I'm
it was
saying.
like
Every-
a fucking.
It was like
he looked like a
5-0.
bot.
Yeah, it looked like a bench guy.
Every team, yeah, bro's not even gonna touch the field. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Looked like he saw the red button going, and he was like,
Yeah, 100%. Because Shador walked out there, it looked like he was taking in
he
the
was locked in.
environment.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
But-
that's why like when you're under the micro, like, and then we're talking about it.
Yeah,
Like, in the
yeah.
event. Yeah.
Some third string punter.
he was literally like the backup. He was like literally the backup tenant. It was like some like random ass white kid that like just didn't know how to act with the camera on. And was like,
We just
Oh,
You like that?
Oregon.
just stomping on the O.
like Shiloh wasn't stepping on the O, but he was talking shit to Oregon.
Yeah, he
But
was.
Shiloh talks though. Like that's
Yeah, he
just how he
does.
like. I don't have.
What did
like,
he say? I didn't even.
He just.
He's like,
runs
I'll
his
beat
mouth.
your ass and your coach's ass.
He's-
I was like,
He's like, I'll be all your ass.
He was talking when they were down fucking 21, and he made like the one big hit that he made in the game. Like he was talking shit at that. Like he's just
I
he's a
didn't see
player
that.
that talks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
He's got
stay
his
true to your game, I guess.
couple screws.
got
Just-
you. But I'd rather have that than like somebody like Dylan, like fucking the bozo with the Memphis that's on the Texans now. That talk shit, but then like when somebody beats your ass, then you real quiet. I'd rather you talk shit from start to finish when you win and when you lose.
Did you talk
Yeah.
shit when you played?
No, I didn't talk.
You don't talk.
I wasn't.
you
a
let
talker, but-
action speak.
Yeah,
I
but like
fuck with that.
like it's just like, but there's other players that need like
Yeah, to
that
keep them
need-
locked. To keep
exactly.
them locked. Yeah,
And
yeah.
if that's what you need, then do that. But like, don't be a bitch when you get kicked in the mouth and you're like, then you get quiet, because then I'm like, okay, then that's not you. You faking at
Right.
that point.
Shout out Angel Reese. That was my whole point last year, that she waited till literally the buzzer was going to talk shit. But either
Oh
way,
my god, I forgot about that.
moving on.
Natty Jim.
Speaking of Natty's, chips, wins, games, Laura and I are currently undefeated and are smarter
Oh my
than a
god,
fifth
I
grader.
knew you were gonna go there.
And we're gonna run it
Congrats,
back
guys!
today.
You're smarter than a 5th grader.
We're gonna run it back today.
That's crazy. I didn't know where he was gonna go with it. I was like,
I'm
It's one of my
like,
top
All right, let's
accomplishments.
start it off.
sure.
We're starting with Mikey and Lauren.
Yep.
yeah, start with them.
All right.
Field advantage.
Yo, this is
Forward.
crazy, bro.
What is the hardest mineral?
Okay. I know this. I do know this.
Gold.
Hold on.
I feel like you got minerals.
I think you just.
Is it platinum?
I don't know if you said it.
That might be stupid.
No, I don't hate it. I think you,
Like, I'm
the
locked.
minerals are gold, iron, copper. Is obsidian up there? Shout out Minecraft.
So that's where that's. I have no idea.
You want to go platinum? I don't hate
That's
platinum.
might be
I
the
just don't
dumbest thing
know.
I've
I
ever
think it
said.
might be gold. I don't know. Gold feels soft.
You
heat
just
it
shoot
up.
because
Five.
I don't have anything.
Platinum.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Dude, it might be obsidian. I was gonna say either obsidian or
I think platinum is up there, though. It's crazy.
If it-
because it's not gold. Gold. Platinum.
I think
is
it's
gold.
obsidian or a diamond, but like I don't know.
Yeah,
if
but
it's
a diamond is not a.
a mineral. I think let's go obsidian.
Ooh.
I think it needs to be obsidian.
Let's go.
Obsidian.
That is incorrect.
Fuck.
Okay.
What
You
was
guys had it. It's a diamond.
It's a diamond.
Oh, wow,
That's why I was like
diamond.
this. You fucking knew it.
I wasn't there.
Fuck. That's why I was like this.
All right, to Chelly and Dave. During
Okay.
World War II,
Let's go.
on the day known as D-Day,
Let's go.
at what location did Allied troops invade
Let's go.
Europe?
Dude, this was cheddar.
Sicily.
And we get, what's the hardest
Normandy,
mineral?
Normandy.
Normandy.
I was talking it through.
Sicily?
Why did I say Sicily?
You did not just say
I meant Normandy.
Sicily.
Normandy.
Where's
Normandy.
Normandy, Chelly?
Normandy.
That is correct.
Where's Normandy?
Italy.
Holy fuck,
you
you're
serious?
incredibly dumb.
That is incorrect.
Normandy's
France,
in
dude.
France.
That's wild.
Dude,
Back to
Sicily's
zero.
in Italy. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, no, Sicily's a different country than Italy, I believe.
No, Sicily's in Italy.
Oh, it is.
Dude, I'm so
Yeah.
fucking confused.
I know.
Next question, yo,
they
good
separate,
shit, Dave.
whatever.
All right, 1-0.
1-0, baby.
1-0.
Italy.
All right,
Italy's crazy.
back to Mikey and
I
Lauren.
was thinking
Yeah.
Sicily still. That's my bad.
What is the longest river in the United States?
Brazos.
Is that final?
Wait, okay.
I don't
hold
know.
on.
I didn't even know that was a river. I don't even. That could have been a fake
Wait,
word.
hold on. The Brazos River and yeah, that one. I think it is the Brazos River. What's another one?
I don't even know rivers like that, bro.
If
I
I'm
know we
wrong,
got-
That just felt so right.
I know we got the Great Lakes. No, go for it. I don't care. Brazos.
I really thought it was the Brazos.
That is incorrect.
Mississippi?
I think it's a Mississippi. Mississippi?
That is incorrect.
What is it?
The Missouri River.
Oh, I didn't know.
You fuck.
Weak ass
Josh,
fucking.
you
Don't nobody know
fucking-
about no goddamn Missouri.
Well, there's gonna be one in there, man. He always finds a way to.
Where
I
is
didn't
the
think
Brazos
That wasn't
River?
even- I'm literally
Brazos
just reading
is-
The Brazos goes up, like through
Wait,
here.
the Brazos go through here. That's what. That's the river that's right behind Waco. Like their
It's a bit-
stadium.
like, it's a long one.
It's
I
right.
think.
It's right on Brazos. I think it's the biggest river in Texas.
That would've
even
been
know
locked.
Missouri had a river.
I didn't know Missouri had a river.
The Missouri
I've
River?
Never,
I was never gonna go.
I
that.
thought it was the
When
Mississippi
you said
for
Mississippi,
sure.
I was like, yeah.
I thought it was the Mississippi for sure. Are we sure?
No, it's
Can we
Missouri. I
fact
think it's
check?
Missouri.
I mean, yeah.
Josh is reading
It's
questions.
literally on this.
I'm calling.
All right, 1-0
Maybe that
still
fifth grader was wrong.
for us.
I think this is Wikipedia.
1-0 for me and Dave.
Chelly and Dave up.
Sure.
All right. That one's too easy.
We can get a steal here.
Let's go. Which planet in our solar system? Oh, that's so easy. Dude.
No,
I'm not
dude,
giving
I
you
already
that.
know where that was
No,
going.
that was no. You
It's
wouldn't.
been-
I mean, it was just the most cheese answer of all
Pluto?
time. No, it was like what's known for its rings. That
Oh.
was.
Dude, I would have actually cried.
What was it?
Saturn.
Okay, here we go. This one's tough.
Don't
Not
do
tough,
that.
but how many sides does a quadrangle have?
Say that one more time.
How many sides does a quadrangle have?
If Quan doesn't mean rich homie Quan,
Show me Quan.
dude, quad is 4.
Quad is
Correct.
4. Yeah.
Quadrangle.
why-
Oh, quadrangle is like a
wait, is it our
triangle and
turn
a
or is it
quad.
y'all's turn?
Y'all's.
Oh, it's ours? I thought it was y'all.
No, it's
I'm
us, dude.
tripping.
Lock
I'm
the
tripping.
fuck in.
Tripping.
No shaking of heads,
I'm locking
everyone.
in. Yeah, I'm not even looking
No, I'm not.
this way.
Dude, I haven't
I'm
looked at Josh
Yeah,
in the last
exactly.
3
Yeah,
I
days.
just-
Because you guys were fucking throwing flags and shit.
Yeah, it was a flag.
I'm like,
It was
Dave,
a
it's a
flag.
quadrangle. So I'm thinking like triangle, but like also quad.
Okay.
I think we just go 4 and we die on that hill.
It's not gonna be.
I think we go 4 and we die on that
We
hill.
down the hill.
We die on
You
that
know
hill.
what? Let's down that
4.
fucking hill. Cuatro.
That is correct.
Down that hill, baby.
I was gonna say 5 because the bottom of the triangle.
It's just like that weird. It's like the slanted box, if that makes sense. Like both sides are like slanted. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Parallelogram.
I wanted to be known that I doubted
All right.
Charlie, and he put his balls on the line.
All right,
That was
two
a big
more.
time. That was a good
Well,
that was
one
good.
more round.
Yeah, we're down 2.
Since the 1930s, what calendar date has been designated for the inauguration of the United States president?
Dude, are you jerking me off with this shit?
You don't know
dude?
this?
It's November something. Hold on.
Dude, we fucking get like what rivers,
We did get
presidents,
those. We got
and
those, too.
fucking. Well, I don't even remember our first one. You guys got the biggest beach in all of war,
Wait,
a quadrangle. Like, what the fuck is this
inaugurations,
shit?
That's different than like election day. Election.
That is.
November.
I think it's
I
around.
want to think it's January.
I
Something.
think it's around November because I remember visiting them in Reno in October when Trump was going for president and he ended up winning because it was Halloween and then and that's October 31st, so November something.
That's the election. I don't know how close the inauguration is. Is
But I
that
feel
the
like you get
same?
inaugurated right after the election now because you become the president. I have no idea.
I want to say it's January. I could be wrong. At first, I thought it was November.
Yeah.
Is it just the month or is it the exact day?
It's a pretty
Get
famous
outta
date.
here,
I ain't gonna
dude.
lie, just give him the. if they can get
November
the month
15th.
That is incorrect.
No.
So the president has to finish out his term,
term
and
before
then
he
You're
can
so
get
right,
inaugurated.
Lauren.
And then
Fuck.
The inauguration
It's
is
January,
right-
February.
No, the inauguration is right around January because
Yeah.
the shit that happened, the shit that happened in January 6th was right before Biden was
Yeah, about to
inducted.
get
Y'all might as well
the-
just say day.
So the date has to be around January
15th. I don't know the exact day though.
Give me a number. We're gonna go whatever number you say. You've been on the road right now. It's gonna be January, but we gotta say.
If they get it wrong, I want to guess a day.
That's fine. Let's go January 15th.
That is incorrect.
Guess your best day in January. Because you were sharp. I wouldn't even have guessed
22nd.
January.
Dude, I don't know. There's a lot of numbers to choose from.
Let's throw one out there.
January 9th.
It is January 20th.
It's on me. It's on me.
Last question. We'll give this to all you guys since this game's already over, but we'll ask everyone. So
Double points. We have a chance to tie. Okay, go ahead.
In the initials of the federal agency known as NASA, what does the first A stand for?
Aerospace.
No.
Agency.
No. All right, so only you two could guess. No.
Okay, hold on.
It's
Aero. Aerospace. It's Aero. National Aero.
definitely air.
No, but
It-
Mikey, you got another guess?
I think I know it.
It's close.
It's air. This answer is air.
Is it air?
No, it's not air.
That's crazy.
Got his ass.
That's crazy.
Dude, I'm just saying it's air,
It's not
bro.
Aero. I thought it was
Aeronautics.
You fell
Aeronautics.
for that.
That's crazy. He's like, is it air?
Aeronautics. I mean, you were damn close.
Dude, I think we
You're
get
right.
half.
That's
You're right.
crazy.
What was it?
That's
Aeronautics.
I said aerospace.
Yeah, but that's not the same. Those aren't the same. words.
You also gave the S. Yes, for the A. You gave them both. Aerospace is space.
Wait, what does NASA stand for? Like all of it, Josh?
I can look at it.
Yeah, Josh giving out questions he don't know the answer to.
Nautical, aeronautical, space-o.
Dude, I
Stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
I wish we had the S. Space.
Space. Space.
Put the N. National.
You're telling me I'm.
I got absolutely clapped.
You're telling me a fifth grader knows aeronautics?
I don't know that.
Come on, man.
No,
They
they
don't
also
know ball.
fucking no shot.
Like I was learning about
Missouri
the.
River.
I was learning about the Egypt.
Not this is
about
like a
Jerk
high
me
school, I
off.
feel like.
Yeah,
Besides,
no.
like,
Yeah, we
I'm not
got
gonna lie to you. This Missouri River kind of threw me off. I could have swore. it was
took me out of the
Mississippi.
game.
I
Jesus,
could have
like, I
swore
was
it
so,
was the
like, ready.
Mississippi.
Well, this has been another episode of the We'll Be Seeing.
Reminder: I'm not gonna be on the next two. I'll be traveling with family. However, next time I'm on the pod, we'll have hockey.
Oh,
So
the
I'll see you
people are
guys
cheering. People are.
then. That's why I'm wearing the jersey.
Let's freaking
Love
go. Go Stars.
We will, in fact, be seen. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you check out the LSU vlog. And thank you for listening.